Off.
Hey everybody, we are live on YouTube. Look at that, Grant. It is September, yes, Meepleville live. And hope we got some people joining us on our channel here. Let me go over there and check and see.
Yep. The stream looks live. I'm up over here.
Yeah, there we are. Very good. Yeah, next time we will have to put that thing up there.
The stream looks live. I'm up over here. And then just have to make sure you mute that.
Yeah, there we are. Very good. Yeah, next time we will have to put that thing there. I muted it.
There we go. Okay, yeah, we did it. We still mostly know how to do things.
Mostly. Not completely, but mostly. Sometimes. Yes. So here we are. We're another month in this glorious year of 2020.
Oh, we're getting by. Chugging right along.
Oh, my goodness gracious. The good thing about it is every single human being on the planet has this in common.
Yeah.
Their life was just crap for 20
years. Could you imagine if this was just like a city? Like there was one city going through it and everybody's just like, I hate that city. Like nobody wants to live there and everybody just leaves.
I know, right? Yeah. But yes, every single person on the planet, except people up in the space station, they're having a good time.
Well, they're not on the planet, Tim. So
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're having a good time. They're not on the planet. Yeah. All right. So what do we got? What are we going to talk about, Grant? What are we going to let people know what's been going on in Meepleville? Tell them how things have been going.
Yeah, we'll go back over some really basic store changes. Talk about what's going on at the store down there. We've again keep changing little things, adjusting as need be. We're going to talk about some new games that we've got in. So there's a ton of stuff over the summer. I don't think we even got a lot of the new releases, but we got a good chunk in. So just wanted to showcase and show off a couple of new games we have in there.
Yeah.
We're going to have Lorraine, who is our head DM from D&D Adventures League. We are ready to start talking about Adventures League again.
Oh, I know. That's going to be so good for a lot of people. I know a lot of people have missed that. And I'm going to tell you, like, I mean, you guys will probably know her or meet her when she comes up. But she's absolutely fantastic. She is such a great addition to Meepleville being in charge of the D&D because she is so into it, does such a great job, holds it all together. So we are just so fortunate, so lucky to have her on board running that for us. So
absolutely,
that'll be really good.
We constantly have people asking about that, so
I know.
Good to see that going again.
Yeah. So let me see. So what's been going on? So let me see. Just to basically be honest, we're about the same as far as revenue, people coming in, all that kind of stuff. It's still low, still down, but it's been pretty consistent. We're still getting new people in, right?
Yep.
We have out of towners, people finding us. So it's still good that we're being discovered still, and people. And I think also with the mask mandate, I think that's kind of helped a lot, right?
Yeah, like I said, I've definitely seen it both ways. We still are constantly getting new people in, which is fantastic. That people that are new to board gaming. I had a couple in there last night. They're like, yeah, we played Scrabble 1,000 times during lockdown. We want something new to play. I'm like, well, here you go. Let me show you some games. That was their thing. So the drive for people that want to join in this hobby and community is absolutely still there, which is great. And then back on like the selling side, we still have plenty of people. The number of people that have come in, they're like, hey, I'm buying this thing because I want to support you guys. We still super appreciate that type of stuff. So a lot of it is from that. So
yeah, no, it's been really good. Yeah, and I hope and you know what? Actually, we've been doing pretty good, right? As far as inventory. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of cases where people come in and say, "Oh, I want this," and "Oh, sorry, we don't have it." We've been on top of stuff.
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, again, even before the pandemic, there's no way to stock every board game that's out or that comes out. There's so much. But like I said, I think we do a really good job of staying on top of the stuff that we know is really fun, especially for the situation that we're in, and the stuff that we love to talk about and play ourselves, which is so easy to recommend. We always have something fun in there for people to pick up and play, give recommendations for.
Yep. So that's the general kind of status, I guess, of Meepleville. Again, we're just waiting until, I guess, probably the vaccine. I mean, I think pretty much throughout the country now, right? The status quo is just going to be probably as it is for now. The mask mandates in most everywhere across the states, limited capacity in restaurants, all this kind of still social gap, distancing, all that kind of stuff. And everybody's just kind of waiting until maybe the vaccine.
Exactly. Just to be that better safe than sorry kind of thing. Obviously, we are still an entertainment venue. We are not a, essential business type thing. So the fact that people aren't coming out, we totally get that. Right. I wouldn't want people putting themselves in any kind of situation. And So we've had a couple of people that come in and they're just like, I'm not quite comfortable there, and we're like, totally get it, not a problem.
That's right. Yeah, I know.
And then we just have to stay doing what we can to make sure that the people that do choose to come in, that they are happy and being safe and getting to enjoy themselves.
That's true. And it's tough, I'm sure, on people and who don't come in, and for us too, right? Because we miss seeing the regulars, the people who come in, and they miss Meepleville. So yeah, it's tough for all of us. But
guys, my job has gotten so boring without you. I want people to play with.
Yeah, I know. So, but I think, and I'm pretty optimistic. I'm pretty sure about this, that when normalcy, whatever that means, is going to start coming back, I think it's going to be like people just going to be frothing at the mouth, rabid to come back and get together with people, get playing games, just getting back to all that. So I think it's going to be fun for everybody. It's going to be
for sure
really good.
Because like I said, all the people that are doing things during lockdown, maybe you're stuck with like your roommate or your partner, stuff like that. You're not really into it.
You're not happy with your roommate.
But that, like, once that's over and you can get back to those bigger groups, it's like your extended family type of thing. The people that you don't really get to see all the time, but the people you like hanging out with that once a week, once a month, that you just haven't been able to safely enjoy. That once people can come back to that, we're gonna be popping again. It would be fantastic.
Yeah. That is going to be good. And so speaking of the mask mandate, because there still is that in force here in Nevada. And thank you, everyone, for being very diligent about that. And everybody who's been coming in, well, like 99.9% of everybody who's been coming in has been really good about that. And we really appreciate that. We should just go over it real quick, just to let you know that it means you need to wear your mask at all times while you're in Meepleville. Now, I know when you go to restaurants and stuff, they allow you to take it off and all that kind of stuff. And you can be at your table and take it off the whole time while you're eating. Now, we did do that like a couple months ago when we were under the restaurant thing, right? Because that was
before Slack had the actual mask mandate in place, which didn't happen until like June 26th.
Here she comes. The world's loudest cat killing me. Come on, man. Yes. Oh, you want to be on TV, huh? All right, come on. But yeah, so when people do come in, we do make sure, and you do have to have your mask on the entire time. Now, if you're going to take a drink, pull your mask down, take a drink, put your drink down, pull your mask back up. If you're going to eat from a nibble bowl, pull down your mask, grab a couple of things, put them up, get them eat, pull your mask back up. If you're like eating a meal, okay, we understand. Yeah, you can keep it out
and fully eat. But basically, the whole point is you should try to minimize talking when your mask is off. If you're trying to just sit there and eat your meal, I know it's not as much fun that you can't really just sit there and kind of snack on your meal while playing your full game, but that's just going to keep everybody so much safer to do it that way. So yeah, if you want to get food, like I said, we're going to talk about some other foods here in a little bit. Please, still come in, get your food and eat. But really try to just get that out of the way and then focus on playing your games. That if you're trying to eat the little snack bowls in between, just pull it aside, put it back on.
Yep.
There's been so many people this summer did not realize I had grown a full thing of facial hair, because you will never see me without my mask unless I'm in my little corner eating my meal for the day.
Right.
So many people just don't ever see me over there. If I'm walking around, I've got that up. But yeah, like that's, we're doing it. We want everybody to be happy.
I'm so sorry about that. Now you guys know my life. It is like this all day. She just doesn't shut up. Oh, but yeah. So, and also there is the 6 person per table maximum, and it's been good. People, because there have been groups, right, who've been coming in with 8 or 10 people, but we tell them,
and we just have to. You're going to be split up, and you're going to have to kind of stay split up. Minimize the going and talking to each other at the other tables, and just do the best you can with it. And that's, we'll try to accommodate that as best as we can if it makes sense.
Right.
But individual tables are still never going to have more than 6 people sitting at them.
Correct. And and again, I just want to say, listen, for everybody, right? Nobody wants to do this, right? We don't want to. It's just the kind of thing we have to. That is part of our life now. So thank you all for, doing it. Complying and all that, because again, we have to stay there the whole day while we're working, wearing the mask and all that kind of stuff. And again, it's not fun for anybody, but it's something we have to do. And again, it's out of respect for other people and to keep other people safe, keep everybody safe. So great. Thank you. Let's just continue to do that. So
absolutely.
All right. What else we got as far as that kind of stuff goes? I think that's pretty it. I mean, we're sanitizing. We got hand sanitizer all over the place.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I even put it on the game shelf. So if you're browsing the game shelf, you can go ahead and squirt, get a little bit of there. But yeah, we got them all over. So make sure people keep doing that. And they're just taking all of the normal precautions to keep yourself safe and healthy and everybody else as well.
Because the other thing to mention with that, like now we're going to start compounding that with flu season coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Flu season's already a big deal. This is probably, if you don't normally get a flu shot, this might be the year. I honestly don't normally get a flu shot. I'm never affected by it that much. This year I will go get a flu shot kind of thing.
Are you really?
Yeah, probably. Just again, that little bit of extra just in case. Because now this year, if you get a flu shot and you don't know what it is, now you're going to have to go do the other testing. So
yeah,
I don't have to do that. Yeah, I generally don't. I know a lot of people do. That's, we're not advocating that, whatever you guys feel comfortable with. But just the fact that flu season is coming up, there's going to be a lot of crossover. And again, hopefully, this might be one of the better flu seasons. If everybody's wearing their mask this flu season, it might not be that bad. So that's the hope there. This could be a really good thing for that, to show, oh yeah, when we do this, that's not that bad. So
that's right. And it's not only flu season, it's the hand sanitizer, it's the social distancing, all these little precautions, wiping things down, all these things are just good. So I hope a lot of these things just carry over anyway, because it's just good proper
hygiene.
Proper hygiene. That's what it is. It's just, it's good.
So a couple of the other store changes we would like to talk about really quick. We did change our hours. On Friday and Saturday, we are going to start closing at 10 p.m. Somebody asked me, like, oh, that's weird. Why are you closing early on the weekends? Well, we just have actual groups in there. Our Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we do have a couple of active groups that are in there later. Like our backgammon guys do like to stay a little bit later, so they're there. Our Fridays and Saturdays guys have just been kind of dead. So obviously, if the numbers pick back up, if people do start coming back in here this fall, we will adjust that as we need. But for right now, we are going to just cut out that little extra hour, save on some employee cost.
Yeah.
So hours will just be reduced down. That should be the only change on your guys' side that you'll notice. It's just Fridays and Saturdays closing at 10 p.m.
Yep, absolutely.
But some other good news here. We keep Chung busy here in our kitchen, and we've come up with two great new menu items that we've added here in this past month. So the first one are our crispy chicken tacos. So think of like the little street taco size. It's basically like a crispy chicken strip inside a street taco. You get 3 of them. Chung does an amazing job. He made like a custom chipotle sauce that we put on it. They're delicious.
They really are.
Yeah. It's something we kind of already had there. Didn't have to get a whole lot else to make them happen. So we're super happy to bring those in.
Yep.
And then Tim doing his shopping, we finally found a good way to incorporate burgers into Meepleville. So we now have some good Angus burgers for sale as well.
Yeah, they really are good. And here's the thing. So for a while, what we were trying to do, because again, in the restaurant business, well, not like we're a restaurant. So I shouldn't say, okay. So I shouldn't say restaurant business. In the serving food business, how about that? Because we do qualify for that. What we were trying to do is multitask, multi-use a lot of the items. So we were using our ciabatta buns, which are fantastic. They're really good, that we were using for our chicken sandwiches for the hamburgers. But Grant was like, hey, let's try just regular, nice hamburger buns. So we found some the other day, got them in, with the little sesame seeds on top, the nice buns. We toast them. Man, I had one just the other day to try it out, a burger. Man, let me tell you, they are really good. And we have blue cheese crumbles you can get on your burgers as well. How about that?
I tried one of those because I had it in my head that like, I really like blue cheese, and I had Chung put one on there, and that stuff is so strong. I had forgotten how strong like the taste of blue cheese is. I was like,
it is. Oh, yeah, I love it. But
yeah, if you like it, it's good.
Yeah. So we have that, and we had another kind of cool topping too, didn't we? Oh no, that's for pizza. We got black olives and something else. I forgot what it was. But and just to let you guys know how we got some of this stuff is, again, because what's going through, like a restaurant was closing, and like one of the managers was able to gave us some food and all that kind of stuff. So it's good that people are helping each other too. When bad situations happen for other people, we get to kind of pay it forward a little bit or just have it there. So
yep. Actually, Tim, like before we jump into all the other stuff, since we're talking about store stuff, let's switch over. Let's bring Lorraine on. Let's do the D&D stuff now. Let's jump into
absolutely. There you
Hello,
go.
Lorraine.
Hello, Lorraine.
Hi, good evening, guys.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Looks like you two are doing good at the store.
I'm
Yeah,
pretending to be at the store. Look at me.
we're trying.
The magical blue screen.
That's the really old store layout too, which is sad. I'm not even using like an up-to-date picture.
Yes, let me get rid of that. Hold on a second. There we go. Oh, but listen, Lorraine she's kind of like blending in. It's like she's part of the screen because her whole room is dark here.
Tim's the only one slacking. We've got our Meepleville shirts on. We're here working, Tim.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Come on, represent.
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Guilty as charged. I'm sorry. I'm guilty. Yes.
So Lorraine is here to talk about our D&D Adventures League.
Yes.
As people know, we used to run that all the time. We had added an extra day, so we were doing it 2 nights a week. People love that stuff, especially the beginner stuff. I've heard a lot of people, once lockdown happened and people are like, oh, I want to try D&D. They're like, can we come try that? Like, people still want to get into that so bad.
Yes,
So we've come up with a couple of ideas and some systems here. So I'll turn this over to Lorraine. How are we going to handle this going forward?
Okay, well, so right now, with everything that's going on with the vaccine, we can't offer play in person, just too many different households mixing together. But we are going to start offering online play 3 nights a week. So on Tuesday evenings, Thursday evenings, and Saturday afternoons,
Nice.
you can sign up for an online D&D play. We'll be doing Adventures League, same rules that we were using in the store as far as character creation, but using the Roll20 platform as far as having maps, characters, and managing the combat. The really convenient part of that is if you happen to be a D&D Beyond user, who I know a lot of our players were fond of that, you can actually install an add-on called Beyond 20 that will automatically integrate your D&D Beyond characters with the Roll20 system. So it will handle all of your dice rolling and all of that. You don't have to type anything extra in.
And I played with that during lockdown. I joined a group and I played with Julio for about 5 or 6 weeks there during the full lockdown. He had one of the modules fully built into Roll20. We did that crossover with the D&D Beyond. All of that was super easy. You could literally go to D&D Beyond, click on a thing, be like, I want to do this weapon attack. And it would just automatically send that over, do all your dice rolls, add all your modifiers. It was nice and slick, no issues with any of that. So yeah, it's a really good system.
Yeah, it makes life a lot easier. We've been using it with my home group. And they were originally like, we're not in IT. We don't do computers. What is this strange thing? I'm like, really? It's not that bad. So even the professional artist was able to figure it out. So can you.
Absolutely.
Yes. And also, so I just want to make sure about the timing. So we're really looking to make sure we get this started by either the last week in September or the first week in October. 100% guaranteed, right? We just got to iron out a couple of things with scheduling and stuff like that. But this is going to be happening real soon.
So we actually have the scheduling already online. You can sign up for sessions at the Meepleville D&D group. I'm going to be posting a link to that on the Facebook page as soon as we finish up here. And the first sessions will be starting the week of September 15th with new level 1 characters. And then we'll just be doing a new module every week as people keep building and going on grander adventures.
Okay. And I just want to make sure we clarify something at first. So right now, when we set everything up, get the appointments, it's going to be you're going to have to pay and reserve at the same time. And as of now, we only have one table with 5 or 6, Lorraine.
Right now, we're doing a maximum of 6 people per night, just because trying to fit 7 in online, too much over talking, and you just don't have as much fun. Right.
And you sure 6 is okay? Should we keep it to 5 or 6 is going to be good?
I've done it with 6 before. So
okay. Right.
And that's something I'm sure that we can adjust as people start participating in this. We will play with it as we need to. If we have DMs that want to do it but can't quite handle those numbers, maybe we can add some smaller tables for certain DMs. We'll try to accommodate everybody, both players and DMs, anybody that wants to participate in this as need be.
Right, but Rise of Now, it's a first come, first served basis. 6 people must pay, must reserve as of now. But the thing about it is please get in touch with Grant and I at Meepleville or Lorraine too, and let them know if you're interested, because either to be a DM to help Lorraine out to get more tables or participants, because we just got to make sure that if we get the information, like Grant just said, we'll do our best to try to accommodate everybody.
Yep. What are some other things that we can offer on the backside there? We set up a Discord channel for the discussion. I know you said a lot of people like to talk about that outside of stuff, correct, Lorraine?
That's correct. That's also the place where you can go to ask any questions about character creations of what the rules are for people who are working on character builds in advance and want to make sure that they're still Adventures League legal.
Perfect. And yeah, we're going to use the meetup for the sign up and to pay. So there'll just be a link to pay in the meetup group. So the night that you reserve a spot on the meetup page, you will also just click on the pay link and pay right there for that night as well.
Correct. There's instructions for each day's sign up. So Selena, you can play using one computer. The challenge will be that you'll have to have 2 browser windows open. So I've seen it done before with Chrome, where you run a second version in private mode, and that way you can each be logged into your character and move it around.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Lorraine, do you know how well the support is for like iPads and stuff like that, or even phones? Does Roll20 work mobile friendly, or is it really only on kind of laptops and PCs?
It worked really well on tablets even a couple of years ago. The last time I had someone trying to use a cell phone was 2016, and they said it was just a pain trying to see the screen.
Yeah,
they could hear and they could do dice rolls. They just had trouble following on the map. So a lot of times we would end up describing hallways and things for them.
Gotcha. So we would recommend at a minimum to try to have, like you said, at least a tablet, potentially a laptop or computer. And then, yeah, that makes sense with the multiple tabs. Wouldn't be that hard to manage, because you're still going to you can mute one tab, you can listen all through the other one, but then you have to control the individual characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the biggest challenge is just making sure that you're able to move yourself around the gameplay, and then also that you're able to do the dice rolls for that character, which is why you would need the extra tabs.
Yeah.
Right. And we pretty much are going to make sure that this goes on for a while, but I think we should go ahead right now and just let everybody know so they don't get too excited. We will definitely not hold any sessions at all the week of Thanksgiving. The Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, there will be no sessions at all. Okay?
Yeah. Pretty standard stuff with that. I'm sure we'll adjust schedules as our DMs are available or not available. All that type of stuff will be normal.
Right.
Again,
right.
at some point we will transition this back into at Meepleville, but again, that's just much further down the road. So we just want to be able to give somebody something to do in the meantime. So hopefully people enjoy this. We'll get back into this. Enjoy this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to go ahead and personally thank you, Lorraine, for willing to do this, to step forward to help. Because again, she's taking her time to do this to help everybody, because we've had so many people, and I mean so many, asking us when this is going to get started, because it's such a big part of a lot of people's life. So thank you very much, Lorraine, for putting this together and helping people to get a little bit of their normal life back, in life. So this is going to really help, I think, a lot of people. This is really good.
Okay, it's my pleasure. I'd also like to add, for anyone who's interested in DMing, I can supply you with some of the Adventures League pre-built modules so that it's all set up for you. All you have to do is run. Or if you're interested in trying to do a custom module for your group, but you're not really sure how the online stuff works, message me. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I'm happy to share any tips.
Nice. And Lorraine, did I make a Meepleville email for you?
I don't think so. We've been using my Gmail.
Oh,
Will probably make sense to switch that over. So yeah, in the future, Tim will figure out. I think somebody else set it up for Tim. At some point, shortly, by the time we get this going, Lorraine at Meepleville will be a thing.
Yes, it will be a thing. Absolutely. Soon, very soon, as of tonight, it will.
The one last thing to mention, so as everybody has heard, all the extra work that we're now putting into this, the price for our D&D Adventures League is going to go up to $10. That's going to be accommodating all this extra workload, like the stuff that you hear Lorraine talking about. This was all her time and effort on the backside. So that does cost money somewhere. So yeah, just to let people know, the price will go up a little bit from what it was before. And that's just because we're trying to do as best we can to get this back out to you guys.
Right. But here's the thing about it is she has a lot of experience with this. She's made all the maps and all that kind of stuff. And you are going to get a great evening of entertainment. So it's well worth it.
All right, so that registration link is live on the Facebook side. If you want to come and take a look at our schedule for the coming months, see if there's a game that calls your name.
Perfect. And yep, if anybody has any questions, email any of the three of us, and we will absolutely answer them, get it figured out, make this happen, let people start playing again.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much, Lorraine. I'm really excited about getting this going again.
All right, have a great night, guys.
Thanks, Lorraine.
All right, bye-bye.
And we'll figure this out. Hey, you got it.
There we go. Yes. Uh-oh, that was so rude. It says kick guest from studio. Oh, I'm sorry, Lorraine. I didn't mean to kick you from the studio. Ooh, okay. But anyway, yeah, I think I got it. All right.
All right, Tim, you want me to go over a couple of these board games we got in really quick?
Yeah, absolutely. We got a whole bunch of good stuff we need to talk about, let the people know what we got in store.
You want to screen share me?
Yeah, absolutely. There we go.
Bam. All right, so starting off, nice big easy one. Mariposas has come out. This is Elizabeth Hargrave's follow-up to Wingspan. So Wingspan was a fantastic game. I will say this game's going to be a little bit on the simpler side. There's not as many of the crazy combos. If anybody's played Wingspan and knows how much that game is involved, this one's definitely a little bit simpler. Basically, let me see if I can click through a couple of pictures here. You are playing as butterflies. Let me see if I can find one with the board. And you basically start down in Mexico. You say the word, Tim.
Michoacan.
There you go. I'm not even going to attempt it because I know I would butcher it. But if you notice these little numbers on the birds, you're going to have different generations of butterflies. So you start off with your first generation butterflies down here in Mexico, and you basically take your way and go up into North America because during the spring, summer, and fall, there's different end game scoring at the end of the individual rounds, which are these kind of cards. So you might need to get up into North America somewhere to be able to score points during the game. And then by the end of the game, you need to have all your generation 4 butterflies all the way back down at the bottom of the board to score end game points down there. So it's kind of a movement management game. There's these way stations that you can stop at to do some set collecting, which are these kind of cards right here. So collecting sets of all the same color cards will get you a bonus for points scored. And basically the main thing is you just have these action cards that have movement on it. So on your turn, you're just going to play a butterfly. You stop and collect flowers along the way. And then you use those flowers to hatch your butterflies into the next generation, so on and so forth. Kind of rinse and repeat, just trying to manage where to get to on the different parts of the map and making sure that you have enough time to get back down. I know the first group I taught this to, they're like, yeah, we didn't realize how quickly the game ended, and they just had very few of their butterflies make it all the way back down because it can be quite a long ways to go. So just a very cool, different little game that I haven't really seen before from Elizabeth there. So it looked really nice. What else? So next up here.
Well, wait, just real quick, just so you guys know, Grant does know how to teach this and play it. So that way, anybody who comes in, I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to learn it yet. Grant did take me through a turn or two just so I got a rough idea. Unfortunately, that's my life with board games. I don't get to play a whole lot of them, just like a quick, run through to get a general idea. So yes, you will have somebody to be able to teach you and explain the rules to you if Grant is there in Meepleville.
Absolutely. Yep. Nice, simple, easy teach on that one for sure. Next up, we had just gotten this in, and I thought it was really cute and wanted to talk about it. So we got this cute little card game in called Wizard Kittens, and I just love the mechanics of this game. Because if you scroll down, the very first thing it says is that it's a semi-cooperative set collecting game. Basically, these kittens are now magic casters, and they've released 6 curses. So cooperatively, you're trying to stop these 6 curses, and if that happens, you then beat the end boss count and beat the game, and the person with the most points will win. However, if you fail, if you guys don't beat all 6 curses, then whichever cat did the least, it's called the paws off, the cleanest paws clause applies, and whichever cat has the least amount of cards in front of them is the actual winner. And I just thought, it's just a fun, simple little set collecting type game. And I like that semi-cooperative mechanic of like trying to do a thing, but like at some point you realize like, oh, this is going bad. I'm out. I'm not going to help anymore. And just to try to win it that way. I like games with the potential trader mechanic in there. So even a simple little card game, throwing that mechanic in, I think is fantastic.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds real good.
Has some cute little art on it too. Who wouldn't want to play as Muffin here? That almost not quite your cat. Not quite your cat.
Yeah, too quiet. Those cards don't make
the noise. Best thing about that's what I was going to say. The best thing about this game, it doesn't make the noise that Tim's cat does. So I'll add a point on right there for that.
Yeah, I don't even know what a cat is like that doesn't make noise. So that'd be weird for me.
The next one over here is this nice, quick little card game called Spicy. If anybody's ever played, I'm not even going to say the other kind of card game. You'll get what this is. This is a light bluffing game. Basically, there's 40 cards, and they have these different like peppers and some wild cards and tiger cards, and they have numbers on them. So let's say I have a pepper 9. On my turn, I say I'm playing a pepper 9, and somebody can try to call me out and say like, no, I think you're bluffing, and then you would reveal it, and depending on if you were lying about that or not, you'll get penalized. You're trying to get rid of your cards, so knowing when to bluff about it. We just had a couple of members pick this up when we first got it in, sold really well. The card on it looks fantastic. So it's just a simple, quick little light bluffing game. There we go. So yeah, basically you say what you're trying to do. People may or may not call you out. So I just thought that was a nice little game. Truffle Shuffle here. This is another one from AEG. AEG also did Mariposas now. Yep. This is just another light set collecting game. Comes in a nice, beautiful little tin, and you're collecting these different little chocolate cards to arrange, and then you'll score points based on the different possible set collections that you can get. So there's some light card drafting set collection. So kind of think of it like your Sushi Go, but just a new, different little take on that, but playing with chocolate. That one seemed nice.
Right. And the good things, keep this up here for just a second, Grant. I did watch a video, was reading about this, and they did sort of relate it to the same sort of aspect as Seven Wonders, where nice. Seven Wonders Duel, I'm sorry, because you reveal cards like when you pull them off, and you have to really think about, okay, if I put that off, then I'm opening it up for them, and so on and so forth. But it has that same kind of drafting mechanic where you have to really think about which card you're taking, because it will open up options.
I see that. Yeah, so how that's set up like that.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah. Like I said, we don't have this one in our library currently. Just when it came in, it just again, a really nice box. It's very helpful if anybody doesn't know that. So that box just looks gorgeous. So really nice product here from AEG.
Yeah, we also got the Santa Monica from AEG too. So we just talked about that real quick. I know you may not have it, but yeah, so that's a good one.
I can bring that up really quick.
Yeah, Grant had a chance to show that to me the other day. I enjoyed it. Played a quick game. It was nice. Set, kind of like setting up your own little walk along the beach along the Santa Monica Pier. So it's really good.
Yeah, you have basically different little. You're just drafting cards in your turn. You're either taking beach cards or street cards. They're going to have either ways to get end game scoring on them, or a way to get new people. And you need people to walk along the streets or walk along the beach to activate the different little scoring mechanics. So there's a couple of different ways to play. There's variable end game scoring on it. So I think this is going to be really nice in that every game you play is going to be slightly different, which is always a plus in my book.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the last one here, I know you did an unboxing of this one, Tim. You want to talk about Pendulum a little bit?
Yeah. So Pendulum is a brand new game from Stonemeyer Games. That's Jamie Stegmeyer, the same company who brought you Wingspan, Scythe, Viticulture, and all that. Pendulum is a real-time game where your movements are dictated by turning over sand timers. I have not played it, unfortunately. Don't know a whole lot about it. But here's the thing. One of the kind of stuff in the research I have heard and I have read about it is that a lot of people seem to prefer playing the game without the timers, because there is a variant where you can just play like a regular board game without the real-time aspect of the timers. And a lot of people say they've been enjoying that, actually more a little bit than the actual real-time basis.
And I probably would. I'm one of those people. When it comes to board games, I'm not a real-time fan, honestly. I know there's a couple of different games out there that people really enjoy. And honestly, to me, it adds that extra layer of like trying to pay attention to something when I'm wanting to be focusing on strategy that I just don't really enjoy in board games. So the fact that variant exists, that actually makes me much more likely to at least go try this out. And then maybe if I get into it and really enjoy the game and want that added complexity, that then you can start adding that back in, and then now you have a game.
Yes. Yeah. No, absolutely. So, yeah. It'd be good to try that. Hopefully, again, just to play games. I just want the opportunity to play games. So we have to get that to the table soon, Grant.
Yeah. I was going to say, somebody come in and play with Tim, because every time I'm there, he's like, teach me a game. I'm like, Tim, I'm working. I can't play games with you. He makes me.
I got to know
worst boss
stuff.
ever make me play games all day.
I'm trying to know stuff, trying to learn stuff. Yeah. So good. All right. Well, we talked about games. So we got, and you know what? At the end of the day, I mean, we are as normal as we can be at Meepleville. You know, we are doing the best we can. The community is great. Thank you for supporting us, for coming in. Whether you're coming in to play, buy games, and a lot of people are just coming in to say hi, which is fantastic, because it's just good to see you, because we would have normally seen these people on an oncurring basis, but now we're not. So
yeah, there's a lot of people I haven't seen in a number of months.
I know. So we just want everybody to stay safe and healthy, and we're going to get through this eventually. Who knows when, but sometime we will. We will get through this.
Absolutely. So one last thing to talk about, Tim. So here in September, we are going to run, I forgot what we already called it, Meepleville's September Spectacular.
Here we go. Yes.
We're going to run a big giveaway, guys. Who doesn't want some free stuff? If you actually want to bring my screen share back up, Tim, real quick.
I sure will.
So over here, we're going through Gleam. This is the website up top here. Tim can bring that up here in a banner as well. We're going to do a big post over on Facebook about this. But basically, using this website, as you can see, we're running this for the next 27 days. If you go to that website, it'll take you to this page. Down here, you can click the different ways to log in. You can log in with your Twitter, your Google, Facebook, or email address. After you do that, there's going to be 4 little things you can click on, which is basically like visit our Facebook page, visit our YouTube page, visit our Meepleville actual website. Not a ton of people ever look at that. And basically, just by going to these handful of websites, it takes you all of a minute to do. Each one of those will get you an entry into this. And as you can see, we are going to do a drawing for 1 copy of Mariposas and 1 copy of the new Scooby-Doo Betrayal at Mystery Mansion game, which is the fantastic Scooby-Doo themed Betrayal at House on the Hill. We will go as far as to ship these to the continental US for free. So anybody that sees this, share this link everywhere that you guys can. If you guys want to help us out, blast this out to anybody that you know for just more chances. If they're your friends, that's more chances for you to win.
That's true.
So yeah, just a way to, again, just kind of keep engaged with everybody. We want to try to do something to give back, nice and easy that we can do. So,
yep. However, if you do live local, please do us a favor and come and pick it up.
We would appreciate that.
Yeah, we would appreciate that. So you don't have to mail it locally. So if you live in Clark County, or I'm not going to say that because there's people in Corrupt too.
Yeah,
yeah, you guys too. Drive it and pick up your game if you win. That would help a lot. But the thing about it is also, folks, so seriously, been working really, really hard on the YouTube. Look at me. I sound like an old person. The YouTube, right? Why do old people do that? They put the in front of the stuff, right? The YouTube, the Twitter. Anyway, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, we're trying really hard. So this is like one of the best ways you can really continue to help support Meepleville is just by being sort of active on like our social media, liking us on Twitter, subscribing and watching videos, liking videos on YouTube helps a lot.
Let's talk about that more really quick, Tim. What type of videos do we have up on our YouTube? What have we turned our YouTube channel into at this point?
Yeah, so we've been working really, really hard to get the YouTube channel up and going. We've got a lot of great videos, been doing a lot of great interviews. Just to let you know, the last couple of weeks, the interviews have been Tom Vassell, who owns and runs the Dice Tower. Jamie Stegmeyer, we just talked about, the company that produced Pendulum, Wingspan, Viticulture, interviewed him. Just this past week, it was Rob Davio, who was the co-designer on Pandemic Legacy and also Betrayal at House on the Hill and a whole bunch of other games. And who else was this last week? Oh, there you go, right there. Yep, and Sen Thung Lim, who is the designer of Junk Art and Belfort, Arcatory, and the brand new Mind Management that's on Kickstarter. I backed that. That might be over, but I'm looking for it. We talked about or I talked about it the other day on my Kickstarter.
And that one looks really cool, by the way.
It does. It does. It looks really, really cool. And then next week, I've got, I'm about 3 weeks out. So I'll even let you know what's coming up next week. So tomorrow will be Matt Leacock. Matt Leacock is the designer of Pandemic, also the co-designer with Rab Davio for Pandemic, a Legacy trilogy. So I'll be talking to him. And then on Thursday coming out will be Danny Lowe. She is now the marketing manager at Pandasaurus Games. I worked with her at Yellow. She then went to Renegade Game Studios. Then she worked for Gamma, and now she's with Pandasaurus. So she's got a great breadth of knowledge in the board gaming industry. So it'll be good to listen in on the conversation I had with her. And we got a whole bunch of other ones coming up as well. I think you guys will be real excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you've been doing a fantastic job with this. Like, as you can see, all these nice little screenshots and stuff. This is all Tim learning how to do technology. So
yes,
how to be that reason alone, you guys should check this out.
Oh yeah, they look pretty cool when you got them up like that. Yeah, so
absolutely.
I've been learning a lot, trying to get those up there, just to try to make it attractive. Yeah, it's a lot of work doing this social media because I don't do it personally. Like I have a Facebook page, and the only reason I have it because I think you have to have it to have for Meepleville. Mm-hmm. They said you had to, but I don't do anything on it. I don't do Twitter. I don't do anything personally at all. So it's kind of really hard for me. But I have been enjoying the YouTube. The YouTube is kind of cool. It's a new challenge. It's good. I'm really having a fun time doing that. So
I don't see, saw that there. Maggie, all the way from Australia, was just tuning in. So hi, Maggie. I don't know how you heard about us, but fantastic. Yeah. Was that couple that came in that they run?
Yes, they are my Australians. Yes, they are.
I was like, wait, we know one people from down there.
Yes. Oh, it's so nice that they stopped in. It's so fantastic. Yes, it's really good. Yeah.
And again, right there, guys, that's the kind of community we're trying to grow. Board gaming around the world. Anybody can enjoy this hobby. That's what we're all about. Bringing everybody together.
Yes, and the reason, like Amy and Maggie, why they hold such a special place for me, because they had come in when it was about maybe a year. Now, I think it was even the first year, but they were all the way from Australia, and they spent like 2 full days in Meepleville. And so why they're so special to me is because I'm like, these people came from literally the other side of the world to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, and they spent 2 days in Meepleville. It just made me feel so good, and they're just lovely, lovely ladies, and it's so nice that they stopped by. That's really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of all we had planned for today. Anything else you need to talk about, Tim?
No. Again, I'll just reiterate and say it again. I mean, we just can't say it enough, right? Just thank you to everybody for continuing to support us in every way that you do. It just really means a lot. And, this is tough. I'm still applying for grants. Sometimes I get rejected. Sometimes hopefully I'll get this one accepted. So, and all these kind of programs and stuff, even with everybody, right? With Grant and Trung too. And with the unemployment, because Nevada is just applying for the 300, who knows what Congress is doing and all that. So it's rough on everybody this time. So it's just thank you all for being so positive, for everything, and we're gonna make it through this. We're gonna keep the community together and make it through this.
Yep, absolutely. Me and Trung are down there grinding it out. We really appreciate having this place to work, to be a part of this community ourselves. We're just as passionate about wanting to be there. We're doing what we can to get through this, just like everybody else. And hopefully once we do get through that point, Meepleville will be better than ever in the future. Oh, yeah. Determined, Grant. I mean, you and Trung, again, like you said, you guys have been rocks. It's been fantastic having you there. There's just zero chance I could have done it without you two. They're helping to help me, support me, whether it's either,
physically working or just emotionally support, because
I showed you how to do the YouTubes. It helped.
I've been this is just just been killing me. So you guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much for your friendship, you and Trung. It's really meant a lot, really helped a lot. And again, it's just good, this whole community, all these people, and it'll be so nice when everything is back to normal. So it'll be really, really good. Yep. All right, but I think I think that's about it. I'm really excited about Lorraine getting the D&D together, and I'm sure her tables will fill up and sell out. So don't forget to do that.
Yeah,
sign up. Yeah, sign up.
My main question is, like, how do we know once we've capped out? I think a lot of people are just going to immediately do that, and I think we're going to get too many people too fast. And hopefully, we can find some other DMs to help fill in as well.
I know, but again, at the end of the day, please, and again, folks, please, at the end of the day, there's nobody to get mad at, right? We can only do what we can do, right? So we're trying to make sure that this D&D experience, this online thing, is the best it can be for you. That's why we're limiting it to amount of people. That's why Lorraine is being very diligent, about making it the best experience. So if we can't get you in, we apologize. We're sorry, but just trust and believe that we are trying to do everything we can to accommodate as many people as we can.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us for another edition of Meepleville Live. We will see you again about a month from now, in the beginning of September. October.
There you go. A little bit closer.
I know, time just gets all messed up.
Yeah. We're in a hell of a summer, that's for sure.
We'll see you again at the beginning of October. In the meantime, stay safe and stay healthy, and just keep smiling. All right. Talk to you soon, everybody.
Have a good night, guys.